Silence is a strategy, not a weakness. In a world where everyone is eager to speak, defend, and react, the one who masters silence holds the real power. People assume that silence is a sign of uncertainty, fear, or lack of confidence. But the truth is, silence is often the greatest display of strength. When you refuse to respond to negativity, you take control of the conversation. Most people expect a reaction. They want you to defend yourself, to explain your intentions, to get emotional. But when you don't give them what they expect, they become uncomfortable. They start questioning themselves. Did they say the right thing? Did they underestimate you? Did they misjudge your strength? This is where the power of silence comes into play. Great leaders, visionaries, and successful individuals understand the value of strategic silence. They don't waste their energy arguing or justifying their actions to people who do not matter. Instead, they focus on execution. While others talk, they move in silence, making decisions, taking action, and letting their results speak for them. Silence also allows you to maintain control over your emotions. When you react instantly, you give others power over your state of mind. You allow them to manipulate your emotions, to provoke a response, to steer you in a direction you did not intend to go. But when you remain silent, you deny them that control. You stay focused, you observe, you listen, and most importantly, you decide when and how to respond. If at all, it is not about never speaking. It is about knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. Silence can disarm an argument. It can leave an enemy confused. It can make people respect you more simply because you do not waste words on meaningless battles. When used wisely, silence is more powerful than the loudest words. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where someone is pushing you for a reaction, pause. Stay silent. Watch how they shift, how they become uncomfortable, how they start explaining themselves. That is the power of silence. It puts you in control while leaving them lost in their own assumptions. The power of mystery is one of the greatest tools you can use to influence people and control situations. Human nature is wired to seek answers, to fill in the gaps when something is unknown. When you remain silent and keep your intentions hidden, you force others to wonder about you. You create curiosity, and curiosity leads to speculation. The less people know about your next move, the more they try to figure you out. And in that process, they reveal more about themselves than you ever could through words. Most people are predictable because they speak too much. They explain their plans, justify their actions, and constantly seek validation. But those who understand the power of mystery operate differently. They don't reveal their thoughts easily. They move in silence, making quiet yet powerful moves that catch everyone off guard. This unpredictability gives them an advantage because no one can anticipate their next step. When people don't know what you are thinking, they cannot manipulate or control you.
Yeah.
Mystery creates authority. When you say less, people assume you know more. They respect your presence because they cannot easily categorize you. They wonder about your strengths, your weaknesses, your plans. They talk about you when you are not around, trying to decode your silence. This psychological effect works in your favor, making people pay closer attention to your actions, searching for clues in the little that you do reveal. Those who talk too much often reveal their weaknesses without realizing it. They expose their insecurities, their doubts, and their fears in an attempt to be understood. But when you remain silent, you keep your strengths hidden. And more importantly, you do not give others the opportunity to use your words against you. By mastering the art of mystery, you make people respect you more simply because they cannot figure you out. The most successful individuals in history were not the ones who shouted their plans to the world. They were the ones who moved strategically, revealing only what was necessary and letting their results do the talking. When people do not know what you are up to, they cannot prepare against you. Keep them guessing, keep them wondering, and most importantly, keep them confused. That is the power of mystery. Mastering emotional control is one of the most powerful skills a person can develop. In life, people will test you. They will say things to provoke you, to make you react, to pull you into their emotional chaos. The moment you lose control of your emotions, you give them power over you. But when you stay silent, when you refuse to react, you confuse them. They don't know if their words affected you, if they got under your skin, or if you simply don't care. And that confusion weakens them. People expect emotions. They expect anger when they attack you. They expect frustration when they challenge you. They expect explanations when they doubt you. But when you don't give them any of these things, they start to question themselves. They wonder why you're not reacting. They wonder if they miscalculated your strength. And in their uncertainty, they reveal their own emotional instability. Silence in the face of provocation is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate display of strength. It means you are in control of yourself, your emotions, and your mind. When you don't react, you force others to sit with their own words, their own assumptions, and their own insecurities. They are left battling their own thoughts while you remain unmoved. Those who lack emotional control are easy to manipulate. They lash out, they argue, they defend themselves against every criticism. But this reaction only makes them more predictable, more vulnerable, and more controllable. When you react emotionally, you show your hand. You let others see what triggers you, what frustrates you, what gets a response from you. But when you stay silent, you give them nothing to work with. They don't know what affects you, so they don't know how to break you. The most powerful individuals in history understood this principle. They knew that controlling their emotions gave them control over any situation. They didn't waste time on petty arguments, senseless debates, or proving themselves to those who didn't matter. Instead, they remained calm, composed, and strategic. And in that stillness, they held the greatest power. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, stay silent. Let them wonder. Let them get frustrated by your lack of reaction. Let them reveal their own weaknesses while you remain unshaken. Because the one who controls their emotions controls the game. Silence protects your vision in ways that words never can. When you have a dream, a goal, or an idea, your first instinct might be to share it with others. You may want to tell the world what you're planning, seeking encouragement, validation, or support. But the truth is, not everyone will understand your vision. Not everyone will celebrate your ambition. And sometimes the more you speak about your plans, the more you invite negativity, doubt, and resistance. When you keep your vision to yourself, you guard it from unnecessary attacks. You prevent people from injecting their fears and limitations into your mind. Many times, those who doubt you are not doing so because they want to help you. They do it because they don't believe in themselves. They project their own failures, their own disappointments, and their own insecurities onto you. If you allow their words to influence you, your confidence may weaken and your motivation may fade before you even take your first step. Silence also gives you time to build without distractions. When you constantly talk about your plans, you shift your energy from action to explanation. You waste time convincing others instead of executing. But when you stay silent, you remain focused. You work in the shadows, making quiet progress without interference. And when the results start to show, the same people who doubted you will be the ones asking how you did it. Another reason to keep your vision protected is that not everyone around you has good intentions. Some people pretend to support you while secretly hoping you fail. Some will take your ideas and try to use them for themselves. Others will wait for any sign of struggle just to say, "I told you so." But when you move in silence, they have nothing to work with. They don't know your timeline, your strategy, or your progress. And because of that, they cannot interfere with your journey. The most successful people do not announce their every move. They build in silence. They let their results speak for them. And when they finally reveal what they've been working on, it is too late for anyone to stop them. Protect your vision, guard your dreams, and move in silence. Let them see the finished product, not the process. Because what they don't know, they cannot ruin. Observing more and speaking less is a skill that separates the wise from the reckless. In every conversation, every meeting, and every confrontation, there is a power dynamic at play. Most people assume that the one who speaks the most is the one in control. But the truth is, the one who listens holds the real power. When you listen, you gather information. You learn people's intentions, their weaknesses, their emotions, and their insecurities, all without revealing anything about yourself. But when you talk too much, you expose yourself, often without realizing it. When you speak less, people naturally fill the silence. They talk to prove themselves, to gain approval, or to feel important. And in doing so, they reveal their thoughts, their strategies, and sometimes their weaknesses. The more they talk, the more predictable they become. Meanwhile, by staying quiet, you remain a mystery. No one knows what you are thinking, what you plan to do next, or how much you truly understand. Listening also allows you to avoid unnecessary conflicts. Many arguments and misunderstandings happen simply because people are too eager to respond rather than to understand. When you listen instead of immediately reacting, you gain clarity. You see beyond the words being spoken and understand the real intentions behind them. This keeps you from being manipulated or drawn into meaningless battles that drain your energy and focus. The ability to observe and remain silent is especially powerful in negotiations. Those who rush to speak often end up revealing their position too early, making it easy for others to take advantage of them. But when you stay quiet and let others reveal their needs, their fears, and their expectations, you gain an upper hand. You can then respond strategically, giving just enough information to control the direction of the conversation without losing your advantage. Great leaders, strategists, and successful individuals understand this principle. They know that power is not in speaking for the sake of being heard, but in speaking only when necessary. They understand that silence forces others to reveal themselves while keeping them in a position of strength. The less you speak, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the better position you are to make the right decisions. Speak less, observe more, and watch how the world reveals itself to you. Success is the loudest statement you will ever make. In a world where people constantly seek validation through words, explanations, and arguments, the most powerful response is silent achievement. When you stop trying to prove yourself through conversation and instead let your results speak, you remove all doubt, silence all critics, and establish unquestionable authority. Most people waste energy defending their dreams. They argue with those who doubt them, trying to explain why their vision will work. They feel the need to convince others that they are capable, intelligent, and determined. But the truth is, no amount of talking will change the minds of those who have already decided not to believe in you. Instead of wasting words, focus on action. Let success be your answer. When you quietly work toward your goals, people may underestimate you. They may think you have nothing going on, that you are not making progress, that you have given up. But that is exactly where your power lies. You are not proving anything to them. You are proving it to yourself. And when the results begin to show, when they see the undeniable evidence of your hard work, they will have no choice but to acknowledge your success. Success does something that words never can. It silences opposition. People may argue with your ideas, but they cannot argue with results. They may doubt your ability, but they cannot deny the reality of your achievements. When you rise above expectations without ever having to justify yourself, you create an impact that no amount of debate could ever accomplish. Success is the ultimate form of revenge. When people doubt you, criticize you, or even betray you, the best way to respond is not through anger, retaliation, or explanation. It is through winning. Achieve what they said you couldn't. Reach the level they never expected you to reach, and do it without a word. Let them watch in silence as you accomplish what they once mocked. The greatest victories are not won in arguments or debates. They are won in the quiet hours of dedication, discipline, and relentless effort. The next time someone questions your dreams, do not argue, do not explain, do not waste your energy convincing them. Just work, just build, just succeed. Because in the end, success speaks louder than any words ever could.